Why, in order to be a good coach, you also need a coach of your own. Welcome to Role Model Business, a podcast about building your business in your community. I'm AJ Klingerman, a Brazilian Jiu Jitsu black belt, obsessed with helping you build your business and community.
And I'm Jennifer Risser, also a Brazilian Jiu Jitsu black belt, here to learn right along with you.
And if you're watching on YouTube today, we are not in our podcast room. We are in a hotel room in Chicago.
Yay!
Yay! So everything looks a little off today, but we're doing the best we can.
Doing what we can with what we got.
That's right.
So we're going to talk a little bit about needing a coach today?
Yeah, I think that every good coach needs a coach of their own. And I think as martial artists, that should be something that we understand pretty well. But you need a coach in areas you're trying to improve upon.
It sounds obvious, but you think some people think they hit black belt and they did it. You know, did it. I don't need anything anymore.
Yeah, like that they don't need to learn more or anything. And some people think, well, I'm listening to podcasts or I'm, looking up YouTube videos or whatever, so I don't really need a coach.
Well, those don't bring any accountability, that I'm certain.
Yeah, no accountability. And you kind of think about it the same way you do if you had a student come in that has only learned on YouTube or Instagram or whatever. And we are in this place now where we're getting lots of teenagers that have been learning jiu-jitsu through YouTube.
And maybe doing it in their backyards.
So they have this sloppy, rough idea of what moves are, but they don't have that fine-tuned at all. And, it gets them so far. They can have some success, but not really the same success that they would have in a gym learning those little details and fixing the things that are wrong and sloppy.
Yeah.
It's kind of the same thing with a coach. You can just listen to podcasts and learn stuff, but do you have anyone helping you with exactly what would be best for your business, for your body, if it were jiu-jitsu, and kind of holding you accountable, like you said?
Yeah, I mean, until someone's looking at your specific stuff, it's hard for them to give you specific advice. Sure, you can get generalized advice, but that doesn't always help as much as someone who's looking at your whatever.
Exactly. Seeing what is most dire for you. Do you need to work on having a website or a social media presence, or, what are your priorities? A coach can help you figure out what those priorities are.
Yeah. Okay, so how do you go about finding a coach?
Well, I'm available. Just saying.
That sounds like I underhand pitched it to you, but
but that was genuine.
Well, we actually just didn't prepare for this podcast. We just started shooting it.
Yeah, that's one thing about us. We usually have notes in front of us of everything we're going to say, and in the hotel room, that's not possible. So,
although you never make notes for me, I just have to wing it.
Sorry.
Okay, so you're available.
I'm available.
Tell me more about that.
Well, I coach people in 4 different ways. I have monthly workshops on various subjects. Those are more classroom settings, and we can record them and put them online and stuff, but in the classroom there is some interaction. So people are asking questions, I'm able to kind of guide them. I always say the workshops are just me telling you what I think you need to know. Very similar to this podcast, right? Just us talking about the subjects that we think would be helpful. The other thing I do is mastermind, and that's why I said 3 or 4, because I have in-person mastermind and online mastermind. And masterminds usually are 1 to 3 hours, depending, maybe 4, depending on the group and what it's like. But you're going through talking about maybe the wins you've had for this last month, and then what do you need to work on? And that what do you need to work on can be anything from have a problem employee or a problem customer, look at this newsletter I'm working on, how can I make it better? What kind of email software are you guys using? It can be anything. Look at my website, pick it apart, tell me what I need to do better. Maybe, take a quick tour of my gym and tell me the things that you see. It can be anything, whatever subject that you want to talk about. So that's what is different about the mastermind. It is more you guided.
You also help them through like things that are jamming them up. So for example, you had one guy that was like spending, I think it was like a month writing a social media post or something like that.
Yeah, so he was just like waiting for it to be perfect
Just
and
polishing that thing up.
Exactly. And I was like, you could have done 30 posts by now. Imagine how many people you could have gotten in front of in that time. Or, like sometimes, like one of my mastermind clients, his schedule really bogs him down. So, we did a podcast a couple weeks ago on how to design your schedule, but that's work that I was doing with him in mastermind. And one of the benefits about mastermind is that it is multiple business owners with different perspectives and different issues. And sometimes they can help you with the solution because they've been there or they just have an idea. And sometimes you're in the room and you know what your list of problems are. And then you hear somebody else and you're like, oh yeah, I've really been struggling with that too. So you get ideas that are helpful for you too. So that's the mastermind is the like group setting that everybody's kind of helping everybody. And then usually like everybody participates and I go, okay, here's what you're going to do. And I, make sure that you kind of have homework for the next month, stuff to work on.
Action items and then accountability the next month.
Exactly. And I'm trying to check in with my clients that are in my masterminds just on occasion just to be like, how's that, whatever you're working on going, do you want to send me a copy and I can read through it or whatever that is.
Okay, so I wasn't completely counting, but I feel like there's one more.
Yeah, so the other one is just private coaching, one-on-one. It's good because it's all your time, right? You're not sharing with the group, but you're only getting my opinion, which isn't obviously a bad thing, but it's just different than what a mastermind setting is. It's usually done in 30-minute or hour sessions depending, and we can just really dive into what people are struggling with.
And would those be like closer together? Because I think mastermind's just once a month, right?
Yeah, mastermind's once a month. Private coaching can be done weekly or every other week. Sometimes when I have a client that's like really trying to get a launch off or something, maybe it's a couple times a week, but mostly it's once a week.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, so what should people look for in a coach?
Yeah, so when I first found my coach, he was teaching monthly workshops. I had a friend invite me to one of those workshops. It sounds very multi-level marketing, but it's not. It was just, that's how it was. We came and went to his workshop and I knew that this was, something I wanted to do. I knew I wanted to listen to him and that he could teach me a lot, and he did. He absolutely saved our business. So what you're looking for is somebody that has experience running their own business. You don't want just the scholar, the person that's just listening to their own podcasts and reiterating it.
I read How to Run a Business for Dummies. I'm ready.
Exactly. Now I'm a life coach. No. So somebody who has business experience of their own and that you are willing to listen to, right? That you are willing to take advice from, because it doesn't matter how much you pay them. It doesn't matter what their ideas are. If you're not willing to implement them, it's not going to do you any good. It's just going to cost you a lot of money. So
it's kind of like a jiu-jitsu coach. You have to like kind of believe in them.
Yeah, exactly. You have to believe that when they say put your right hand here, you put your right hand there. Same thing with a business coach. You have to believe what they're saying, and maybe that is like you have a coach for 3 months or 6 months and you're just like, okay, I'm going to try this out for 6 months. I'm going to do everything you say. And we had a coach last year because I was kind of looking for a new coach for us, and we hired them for about 6 months and I really tried to do everything they said, but like I just hated it. I did not think they were doing a very good job. I felt like they were often behind the 8 ball or whatever. They would be like, okay, it's December 15th. Let's talk about your Christmas special.
Like we set that a month and a half ago.
Exactly. So I didn't really value their opinion, and so I left. So it's got to be somebody you value their opinion, and that's what I was trying to say, is that maybe you just need to like test them out for 3 to 6 months and do what they say and see if it makes a difference.
Well, and in that circumstance, we had kind of given that feedback that we were feeling that they were giving us that stuff too late, and nothing changed, right? Like a coach needs to be able to give you what you need, and if you're literally saying this is what I need and there's not a good reason that you don't need that, right? Like not getting that pivot, I think for us was we'll look somewhere else.
Exactly. And they kind of assign you coaches, and the second coach they assigned us was like, okay, I'm going to give you this piece of homework and we cannot talk until you get this homework done. I liked the concept from the standpoint of like that really held me accountable. But what I didn't like was the homework. Like it wasn't really appropriate for our business. He ran more of a Taekwondo school, and it just didn't feel like it meshed well for us. But I did it. I spent a lot of time doing it because I wanted to talk to him again. So it wasn't what we needed.
Yeah, and I think once you talked to him again, he kind of blew by it and didn't actually like talk to you about it or how it went or, look at it.
Yeah. Well, exactly. Like talking about why that could be good for our business. So, yeah.
Yeah, and like he was kind of flaky too.
Yes.
I can't remember the difference between the first and the second one, but at least one of them was very flaky and would like cancel at a moment's notice.
Right. Yeah, so when you're looking for a coach, you need somebody that you can rely on, that's going to show up for your one-on-ones or your mastermind or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, like, family emergencies and things happen.
Absolutely.
But that wasn't what was happening. I was like, I'm hopping on a flight. It's like, well, you probably scheduled that.
Yeah, you might have known you were getting on that airplane. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so I think those are the kind of the things you're looking for. Somebody that you can believe in, that you will do what they say, and that is accountable to you just as much as you are to them, and that they've been in business. They've run their own business before.
I think the accountability piece is so important. Like, I think you could look at almost any aspect of your life and think about that. Think about somebody wants to get back into the gym. They're looking for a buddy to hold them accountable.
Yeah.
Like at work, your boss is probably holding you accountable. If you know your boss is going to look at that thing, it's probably going to be better work than if you're kind of just like, they're not really going to see that. Who cares,
it doesn't really matter. Yeah.
Yeah.
And when I talk about that they need to have also had a business, it doesn't have to be a martial arts business. That could be a good reason to have me as a coach, because I have had a martial arts business for 26 years.
Quite a number of them, actually.
Quite a number of them, yes. That's true. But most of my clients aren't martial artists. They are, collision repair and other business coaches and financial advisor and a clown.
You always got to drop that clown.
You have to drop the clown. That's just a great accomplishment, to be able to teach a clown business. But yeah, they're all different industries. So.
Okay, so if you're looking for a business coach, where would you even start?
Yeah, I just kind of personally, when I was looking for a coach for us, because I have my like one-on-one coach, I was looking for more of a mastermind setting. But I just started searching online for martial arts business coaches and watching some of their stuff and seeing if it felt like it gelled. Some I did interviews with them just to kind of talk, like, tell me about your gym or your business, tell me about your coaching, all of that. I talked to one of their coaches up in Canada, and she was like, honestly, I feel like you should be coaching us. And I was like, well, like for the accountability part, it wasn't that she necessarily had to know more than me, but I didn't feel like it was a proper fit. But you just have to kind of start looking, start asking around, like if people are posting that they have coaches, who are they working with? Are they helpful? I think that's a good way.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Cool.
And then obviously you can contact me if you would like to, dip your toe in the water of coaching with me. I love teaching, whether it's jiu-jitsu or business or anything. That's my passion.
Okay, awesome. How do they best get in touch with you?
Yeah, you can reach out to us on Instagram. It's just Role Model Business. Or I'm AJ Klingerman everywhere you go.
So social media is better than like an email?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, do we have a content corner piece for this week?
Yes. Your content corner is 3 things. So this is your hook. This is what you're writing on the screen. 3 things I always recommend for someone who wants to blank. That blank can be get started in jiu-jitsu, for someone who wants to compete, for someone who wants to bulk up or cut weight, or whatever that is. But just the hook is 3 things I always tell someone who wants to blank.
Okay, and is that then like a carousel or a video or?
Yeah, I think that it could be a few different things. My vision, I guess, of it is just some B-roll. So maybe it is footage of somebody competing in the background, or it's just people rolling in class, whatever that looks like, depending on what it is that you're writing as your hook. And then it all written on the screen. So all 3 things you're telling them is written on the screen, and then just choose some trending audio to go along with it.
Okay, awesome. Subscribe to the Substack?
Yeah.
We don't have our board, so I don't know anything.
Yeah, so subscribe to the Substack if you haven't already. It's free to do so. I might put up a small paywall, not to make you pay for it, but because Substack then pushes it more. So.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. So if you make some section like $1, then they'll push it Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so.
All right. They're drunk on power.
I know, right?
Okay, well, I think that wraps it up.
Yeah, I think it does.
Do you know what we always say?
I really don't. If you build it, learn how to market it.
I was going to say that. Shoot.
Get
Your
referrals.
You guys know the rest. It's whatever.
They will come. Now get out there and get it done. We believe in you.